The night air was dry and heavy over the wilderness of Judah. A war had spread across the land, not a small conflict, but a full occupation. The Philistines had invaded the territory of Israel and had taken control of Bethlehem, David's hometown. At that time, David was not living in a palace. He was hiding in a stronghold, a rocky fortress in the desert, constantly hunted, constantly surrounded by enemies. From that high cave, he could sometimes see the hills around Bethlehem in the distance, the same hills where he once watched sheep as a young shepherd boy, the same paths he ran barefoot as a child, the same well where he used to drink cold water after long days in the sun. War changes everything. Now soldiers guarded those roads, spears replaced shepherd staffs, and the well he loved was now inside the enemy camp. One evening, David sat quietly among his warriors. The men were sharpening swords, tending wounds, and preparing for battle. Fires burned low. No one laughed much anymore. War had drained joy from them. David stared toward Bethlehem. Then, almost like a whisper to himself, not a command, not an order, just a memory escaping his heart, he said, "Oh, that someone would give me water to drink from the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate." He didn't say it loudly. He didn't say it to be obeyed. He was remembering home. But 3 men heard him. These were not ordinary soldiers. They were part of David's legendary warriors, men whose loyalty to him went beyond duty. They were called mighty men, not just because they fought well, but because they loved their king. They looked at each other, no discussion, no hesitation. If their king longed for that water, they would get it. The problem? Bethlehem was occupied by the Philistine army, not guarded, occupied. Thousands of enemy soldiers camped around the city. The well sat right beside the gate, the most heavily watched place. Going there wasn't dangerous. It was nearly impossible. But before dawn, the 3 warriors slipped into the darkness. They travelled quietly across rocky valleys and moonlit fields. Every sound mattered. A broken twig could mean death. Enemy patrols walked the roads. Torches flickered along the walls of Bethlehem. As they approached the city, they could see tents everywhere, spears planted in the ground, shields stacked beside sleeping soldiers. The well was right inside. No stealth could fully avoid battle now. One of them nodded, and suddenly steel flashed. They charged straight into the Philistine camp. The quiet night exploded into shouting. Metal clashed. Men woke to chaos. Before the enemy could organize ranks, the warriors fought like men already dead, fearless, unstoppable. They did not fight to